We in Colorado operate from a very finite source of water. And as the population in Colorado grows, the water source does not. 80% of our water in Colorado comes from snowpack, and it creates our rivers, and those rivers are rivers that feed into the Colorado River system. 90% of the people live on the Front Range, and the western slope receives 80% of the water. So when I explain that 40% of the water in our valley is diverted over to the Front Range, a first reaction that I usually get is, why are we giving away so much of our water?
Do you know where your water comes from?
Aurora Reservoir.
My name is Megan Dean, and I'm the Director of Education at Roaring Fork Conservancy. I've been in education for 25 years. I love being in a profession that I get to inspire and create positive change. The Watershed PenPal program is a program that's designed to create relationships based on shared water sources. This program was created to connect students from the western part of the Continental Divide in Basalt, Colorado, and the Roaring Fork Valley to students in the Front Range that utilize the same water, the water coming from the mountains. One of the things that I love through this program is that it puts a name and a face to people who receive that water, and it opens up a conversation on what are good uses of water, because we can't use it for everything that we want. So the students play games and activities that help them understand that some uses are sustainable and necessary, and some uses can be changed and redirected.
Students are writing a total of 4 letters to students in Aurora, and we mail them back and forth. And then at the end, we try to do like a Google Meet so they can meet their pen pals face to face.
My pen pal is pretty funny. She likes to play Fortnite and she wants to know my username, but I don't play Fortnite and I don't have a username.
Not only are the kids learning about writing and reading, they're also learning about the ecosystems, they're learning about how we affect the ecosystems, they're talking about math and science and civics, of how we all have to live together and share this finite resource.
It was fun because we got to have sponges and we had to pour how many ounces of water into another bucket, because that's how much water we use over time, and that's how much water the river has in the other bucket.
If you're using a bunch of water a day for stuff that you don't really need to, then you could stop and make it less every day to try and save a little bit of water.
You use a lot more water than you think.
They have that connection with them, and they are able to find out what those children up in Basalt do on a regular basis with water and how they interact with it.
So much of the connections being made right now are social media and quick bites that a lot of times don't last. And these experiences and these memories do last.
Whoa! Blue heron. That is so cool.
It allows the kids to have a greater and a more global picture of water.
The tiny details can have a big impact on the animals or the ecosystem.
We are all part of one system. We're not divided by county lines, state lines, and in the state of Colorado, even geographical and geological lines. So us working together and recognizing important uses for water and also ways to conserve water is essential for a positive future.
What doesn't need water?
everything needs water.
Yeah.
Everything.